The 3 replays, we thought Carpenter was safe. And then in the 3rd one, we thought he was out. So I think I understand how watching that you might say, well, it's not conclusive enough. But I think you've got this other factor. Why not let somebody else make that decision instead of keeping that challenge in your pocket?
Simmons has a cannon and shows it off, but not in time. On a one-hopper to him. He has committed 1 error this season.
That should be error number 2. Short hop on the backhand, and he just boots it. But he sure liked showing off his arm there, didn't he? As you mentioned.
Molina saw 1 pitch in his first at bat. And a ball that was hit to Simmons. And by the way, it has been ruled a base hit. I'm not sure how that can be, but a base hit for Matt Carpenter.
All right, I'm going to throw out that defensive WAR statistic, and and now I understand.
My goodness. Sometimes you make an error. It's okay. It happens.
If that's not an error, I don't know what is.
These 2 managers seem satisfied with the way it's going. Freddie said they'll continue to tweak the process and make it better. Ooh, Simmons a rare fly ball, and he couldn't get it to first in time. That'll be the first error made behind Aaron Harang this year. And this is 7th start of the season. Assuming they score that an error, and you would certainly think they would.
Yeah, this is a play that Simmons certainly should have made. A little slider, backdoor slider, and he thought he was going to have it easy. Once he bobbled, give Carpenter credit for running hard all the way. And
do you believe they scored that a hit?
Really?
Official score has deemed that a hit.
Well, I would understand if it was scalded and an in-between hop, but that was not the case. I mean, he was in position to make that play.
Well, no wonder he won a Gold Glove. You're going to get those kind of official scoring decisions at home. You're never going to make an error, at least in a home game.
Later on, they changed that to an error, and Carpenter was going to realize he was 0 for 2.
I would think they would. I think Simmons would tell the official scorer, Mike Stamos, that he should have made that play.
Glad he got that opportunity.
Good jump by Borges, and that ball gets away. The Simmons thought about going to Pena quickly, but with Borges' speed, he would have been safe anyway.
If that's a base hit, I'm going home. I'm just telling you right now. And you're doing the rest of the game by yourself.
Now everybody at home is saying, please be a hit.
Be a hit. That ball booted again by Simmons. He was trying to do too much there. He was trying to get that lead runner at second base instead of just watching the ball into his glove and realizing he had no chance to get Borges.
Goodbye, Dan. They've just ruled that a base hit. Rick is leaving. Runners at first and second. Here's Shelby Miller. Rick has left the booth. Bunt is down. The Rang only play to go to first. And the sacrifice is good. Sacrifice 1-4 takes us to the top of the lineup. And it brings in Matt Carpenter. Rick refuses to come back into the broadcast booth. I'm back. But you're not happy about the call. The result you're happy with, just not the call. And remember, it was Carpenter at the plate. And it was back in the 3rd on a ball that looked to be a tough chance, but yet ruled a base hit for Carpenter. You know, Major League Baseball has a situation where they can go back and review this. So it takes pressure off the official scorer here at the ballpark. He's hearing it from both sides, I would imagine. And they'll have tape and review it. And we shall see.
Can I go to that meeting?
Overturned. Yeah, I'm sure you'd love to give him a piece of your mind.
How do you know that's not where I was the last few pitches?
You're just screaming at the official scorer. We've got Rick back in the booth. The 2-0 is hit on a play. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Andrelton Simmons will never make another error at home the rest of his career. That's my prediction. kind of makes you really worry and wonder about the defensive statistics, honestly.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have just been totally devalued in my mind when you talk about the Gold Glove year a year ago. I mean, I'm not sure that happened a year ago, but we've seen it happen twice here tonight.
Borges was running, and it's coded by Simmons. By his standards, a dreadful night in the field. Nellis is safe at first.
Well, this is just with Borges running, and I think he just tried to rush it, was going to try and see if he could sneak it out and get it to second real quick, and the ball just kind of plays him, kicks off. He wasn't going to have a play on Borges. He was too fast down the line.
Well, if that one scored a hit, then I'll be convinced that Simmons' mother is the official scorer here. They've scored that a hit. And I'm not kidding.
Wow.
A bunt by Miller. Moran will go to first, so the pitcher sacrifices.
If that's a hit, what is an error?
I don't know what Simmons has to do to be charged with an error. I mean, now it almost makes you feel like the hometown scorer is trying to help this guy win a Gold Glove. Matt Carpenter. The only thing I can think of is he thought Ellis would have beaten it out, even without the boot, and you can't make that assumption.
I mean, that's almost about it. Take Borges out of it, it's about as routine a ground ball to the shortstop as you're going to get.
There's Matt Carpenter with a chance to break the scoreless tie. Infield is back. And now we know why they still haven't made an error this year behind Harang.
Man.